Welcome to Soccer Over Gotham interview. Today, our guest is one of the bright young stars in the National Women's Soccer League. She is a midfielder for Gotham FC. She's a special player with magic in her boots, a player with a journey as unique as her style on and off the pitch. From the sun-soaked fields of Huntington Beach to the bright lights of New York City, a standout at UCLA, where she led the Bruins to a national championship, a dynamic playmaker who's played for the U.S. Youth national teams, and in the first of her generation, which we will get into, made it to the NWSL without the draft, which is really interesting. So she brings her championship pedigree right here to Gotham FC. We're going to talk about her ride to the pros, what it's like to adjust to life on the East Coast, and what Gotham needs to do to make a serious playoff push. Welcome to the show, number 21, Sofia Cook.
Thank you for having me.
It's really good to talk to you. I know some of the fans probably saw you last night and was like, "Who is this player? She looks special." So I wanted to introduce them to you and just get the chance for them to get to know you as a person. So let's about last night. Your first 90 minutes, which is amazing. When did you know that you were going to start? And are you still like nervous before playing games?
Yeah, I think Juan told like all of us we were gonna start like the day before, so
Mm.
I knew then. And then yeah, I feel like throughout the day I was really excited, like because I haven't started yet. So like and it's always a good feeling. And then I think right before I like got nervous, but I just like gaslit myself and I was like, no, they're butterflies of excitement. And I was just like, just lock in and yeah.
So, is there any like, I guess not superstitions, but like any like routine that you go through before games that like you have to do, or you just kind of fly?
I feel like nothing too specific. I just have like I like listen to like similar playlists and then I always like to sit down and just visualize how I'm gonna play. Those are like the two main things that I do.
And so when you get into games, you're like you're very zen, or you're very amped up, or what's your like mode
I
when you're?
think yeah, I think it like depends on the day, like or I
Mhm.
think I'll like start really calm and then right before like get super amped up, like try to get myself like I'm going to war, I feel like is the
Yeah,
mentality I give myself.
it's wild. Like people don't understand the mind of an athlete. It's kind of crazy to be in that mindset. Like sometimes, like to get up for games, like you have to feel like disrespected to like really play your best. So sometimes you like make up scenarios in your head, and you're like, okay, like they came off the bus, they think they can beat me. That's disrespectful. I got to get up for this. So it's kind of a
Literally.
weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is.
And also with the mind of an athlete, there's always like, I don't know, if you like play and you have like a really good game, you always think of like, okay, what did I do? And you try to like replicate that. Like I ate the same
Mhm.
food as last time. And is there anything like that that goes through your mind when you play?
I feel like I do like to think of that like, oh, like last game I listened to this song at this time, so I need to do that. But I feel like I try not to get caught in superstitions. So I'm
Yeah,
kind of just like, just do your thing.
yeah. Did that one time where like I was in a store before a game and I heard this really crappy song, and I was like, I played really well. I was like, maybe it's that song. So for like a month and a half, I was listening to that song. I'm like, this is not working for me. What am I doing to myself?
That's
Uh,
hilarious.
but yeah, so are you a high sock person, low sock person?
I think I'm a mid sock, which I
Mid
know a
sock.
lot of people like hate and like because I feel like there's the low sock where it's like Tobin Heath, like, oh, she's a baller, and then the high sock, like Neymar, like over the knees, and mine are like in the middle at my shins. And so I think it's, like, not the best look, but that's just always because on my knees, it's, like, too much, and I can't
Mhm.
wear it that low, so, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just in the middle.
I never did the low sock thing, and that's wild to me.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know how they do that, honestly.
yeah, Lily, one of your UCL teammates does that.
Yes,
It's just
I know
wild.
she does. I'm like, "You know what? Period."
Yeah. Another thing is, are you one of those people who like cuts the holes in the socks?
No, I know people do that for cramps, so luckily I haven't gotten that, but
Good.
I don't really know if I like how that looks either.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where like, again, you tell an athlete that that might help them, and they're like, okay, I'm going all in on
Yeah,
this.
I'll do it.
So, but last night, this was, I mean, just wild. This weather, I mean, crazy. So, what was that like for you? I couldn't make it from Allentown to there.
Okay.
But how was it like that? It was crazy cold, right?
Yeah, at halftime, I was like our jersey was soaked. I was like like, on, like people were like, "You looked so cold." I'm like, "I was." Like, I couldn't wait to start running around again. It was freezing.
Yeah. My internet kind of froze at like half at the midpoint where the players were coming onto the pitch. It just like froze on Kaya Harper and like Torres just walking on the field, just holding themselves because it was just so crazy cold. And that wind must have been insane as well.
Yes, it got windy. It got really windy.
So how did you prepare for that? And like, what you make? What adjustments did you make because of that crazy weather?
Um, I mean, I love training in sweats. Like, I think if you ask anyone on the team, like the trainers, like now that it's been hot, they have to like tell me not to wear my sweats when it's like 90 degrees outside. So I was just
Mhm.
like, yes, I can wear my sweats. So I feel like that was the main adjustment, just like trying to stay warm. So
Yeah. And you almost, I mean, we were trying to, once we heard you were going to be on the show, we were trying to manifest a goal for you, and you almost had two of them.
yeah, no, I was trying.
Yeah. I mean, the one where you cut through like three players and just put it like, I think it was over the bar. You put it over the bar. That how what was that like in the moment? Were you thinking like, okay, this is going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, that's the way I play, and I, like, try to choose the right moments to, like, get a dribble like that, so, like, when
Mhm.
I see it align, I try it, and then, yeah, before I shot it, I was like, because those balls are, like, super light, so I was like, "Do not hit it as hard as you can." So, like, after I shot it and I know it went over, but I was like, "Okay, it wasn't that far over." Like, I didn't sky it, so I was pretty happy.
Are you a natural like? I feel like when a natural goal scorer, like you were talking about Astaire, you can tell like that. No matter where she is on the field, like her heart rate does not go up at all. But like
Mm-mm.
I was a midfielder, and I knew anywhere time I got near the goal, my heart rate was like twice as fast. Are you like chill and calm, or does your heart rate go crazy when you get near goal?
I feel like when you're, like, in the zone, like,
Hmm.
and you're around the goal, you stay, like, pretty chill, but I think I do, like, when I'm, like, in the area and I'm like, "Oh my god," like, open shot, like, I get, like, heart rate as an excited where I have to remind myself, like, "You still have to kick it in the goal first, it's just not a goal automatically."
Yeah, no doubt. I think the player that the fans seem to think had the best game, but I think and showed out super well was Kaya Harper. And for those who aren't familiar with her, scored a ton of goals at Minnesota and scored I think two or three like 3 goal games, and just is an exciting player. But we don't get to see her that often, and she's been really showing out. Like, what can you tell us about her? Is she like that all the time, where she's just taking on players and
Yeah,
making
no,
stuff
she's
happen?
definitely yeah, at practice, we see it every day. She just
Mhm.
gets the ball, drives, like, is so brave, not afraid to take anyone on, so I think it's really awesome that everyone's getting to see what, like, she can do, and hopefully she keeps getting those opportunities because I think she'll keep bagging goals.
Yeah, it just, early on, it was pretty obvious that Monterey was not prepared for Kaya going down the right side there. And if Gotham is listening, they should extend her contract because she deserves it. Uh, Another player that showed out really well, that's kind of new to the team, is Hasbo. Obviously, tiny but little lightning bolt running around the field, taking on everybody. Again, another brave player. What can you tell us about her?
Yeah, no, I love playing in the midfield with her. She is
Mm,
like a little thing of lightning, like everyone offense or defense, and then obviously she's so technical, so she can help us keep the ball. So yeah, I thought she was a really big presence for us in the midfield.
yes, very smart player out of Harvard. Yeah, we like our Harvard midfielders. And one other player that I definitely wanted to ask you about is someone who just joined the team recently, Kayla Duran. She looks like a find, and maybe we could get a little more into the type of player that she is. But tell us about her and how she's like integrated herself with the club.
Yeah, no, I love her. I think obviously she like started with the short term and then obviously like worked her way into the
Right.
team. So that was like really awesome. And yeah, just getting to see her play, like she stepped in against Washington, a tough game, like did super well. So I think she's just gonna keep growing and playing really well.
Something I've been talking about on our podcast for a long time is that the level of opportunity never matched the level of talent. There's always some players that just fall through the cracks, and she did not get drafted. And as far as I know, she did not have a team last year. And then she jumps on the Gotham, and it's like, okay, she should be here.
Mhm.
What? That's it. So I imagine so many players that just fell through the cracks, or you're like, why isn't this player playing in the NWSL?
Yeah, no, I think it is a lot about timing too, and then just like what a team needs. Like we like needed more defenders, and then she
Mhm.
obviously was all so good. So it just like things like that work out. But yeah, no, I feel like there are so many talented players, and it's just like timing.
It's a good spot to be in now because obviously with the USL Super League, and you got two other I think pro leagues are starting next year or the year after. So like it's just it's a good spot to be in because the sport is growing in an amazing way, and those players hopefully can find homes, show off, and then make their way up. So let's talk a little bit about you. So, what is something that you are completely nerdy about outside of soccer?
Um, I would say Legos. I love
Okay.
Legos.
Okay. How did that happen?
Um, I mean, ever since me and my brother were little, we like had Legos. We just had like a bin with like not like just random ones. So like we would just build whatever cars and stuff. And then I feel like when I got to like college, like I started like buying my parents got me the botanical ones. So like
Okay.
I have them on my window still. I just bought a like record player one. It's so cool. Like it actually spins. Like Legos always surprise me.
Yeah. Obviously, that's a huge, huge thing. What one are you working on now?
I haven't gotten anything new, but you best believe when I walk into Target, something's gonna catch my eye.
No doubt. And so, like, who's a person or people that you would not be here without?
Definitely my family, my mom and my dad and my brother. Yeah, my dad was more of like the soccer parent, so like every day like be training, and then my mom was a school one, so she would like come to the park and be like, "She has school tomorrow, like she can't be out here at like 1 in the morning training." So, but they definitely like drove me everywhere to all the practices, and then I always my brother's 2 years younger than me, so I had like a built-in training partner and he plays soccer too. So, definitely all 3 of them, they love me so much, I love them, and yeah, I would not be here without them.
So, growing up in, I guess, Huntington Beach, like, was that a soccer town? What was that like growing up playing soccer there?
Yeah, I grew up in Long Beach and then moved
Long
to
Beach.
Huntington Beach, yeah, a few years
Mhm.
ago, but, yeah, I feel like SoCal is definitely, like, anywhere, and SoCal is a soccer town, so yeah, I, like, played on Slammers and then just made friends there, and yeah, I feel like I was always around soccer, and then I would train with boys teams, like, whatever club my brother was at, my dad would be like, "Can she train?" So I'd just get thrown in, so yeah, just soccer all the time.
Yeah. I also heard that you speak dual languages. You speak both Spanish and English. Any other language, or just those two?
Just those 2,
Just
yeah.
those. So good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so, how does that? I mean, how does that help you integrate in the team? With obviously you have Esther, you have Coach Juan Carlos. Does that help you communicate and kind of integrate yourself into the team through that?
Yes, I think definitely, yeah, just being able to talk to, like, a stare and even, like, some of the Portuguese girls, like, we can kind of understand like, I'll talk to
Hmm.
them in Spanish, they'll talk to me in Portuguese, I'm like, I got the gist of what you said." So, yeah, I feel like with a bunch of, like, the internationals, I can, like, integrate with them, and, yeah, even with, like, Juan, like, he'll be, like, yelling at me in Spanish, and I'm like, "Thank God I understand," because sometimes he'll yell at other players who don't know Spanish in Spanish. I'm like, "I know they don't know what he said." So, yeah, it definitely
Do you translate it when he's going off on other players, or just like?
they'll just, like, be like, "Can you say it in English, please?" I think everyone will just start laughing, but yeah, no, and yeah, even on the field, I can, like, talk to Jace, like, translate for other people, so I think it
Mhm.
is, like, a good bridge.
And now that you're here, is there a player that like has taken you under their wing, integrated you into the team, and things like that?
Yeah, I feel like when I was injured at first, I spent a lot of time with Midge, so
Mm,
she's definitely helpful, and then I think another player is Neely. She,
mm.
like, invites us rookies over to her house, and then just on the field too, like, whenever like, she just always tells me, like, "Do your thing," so I feel, like, so confident, like, whenever I'm playing with her.
Neely and Midge are incredible athletes. So it's good that you had those two to lead
Mhm.
you through. And going through college, you were on a ridiculous UCLA team. I mean, like ridiculous. The talent was just insane on that team. You probably could, at your peak, probably picked off like an NWSL team or two. You guys had so much talent. But going there, and when you were deciding to, like, when did you decide pro is I can do that?
I think I've always, like, had it in my head, like, "Oh, I wanna play professional," and then I
Mhm.
think, like, after my 2nd year, like, going into my junior year, I was like, "Okay, like, this is what I" because I was working on graduating early too, so it's kind of like, "Okay, I know I'm gonna finish in December, like, let's have a good year and see what happens," so I think then.
Yeah. And I imagine like when you were just making the decision to go pro, I mean, the league was on fire. There was like scandal after scandal after scandal. Like, did that affect your mindset thinking about it? Like, maybe I should go overseas, or is it, or you're just like, you know, I'm going no matter what. This is what I want, they better get it right before I get there.
Yeah, no, I think I was definitely considering all options like
Hmm.
here overseas and then I don't think any of the other things really like deterred me that much. I was kind of just like I want to play soccer.
Right.
So yeah, and then it just worked out with Gotham. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And obviously, you went there with you're the first group without a draft. What was your thoughts on the draft in just in general? And like now that you like, what does it feel like to not have that burden put on you?
Yeah, I thought the draft was like I think it is like a little scary because you just put your name in there and you like don't know where you're going. Like
Hmm.
you might have a little bit of an idea, but then like you get drafted somewhere and it's like oof, like maybe I didn't want to live there. So I think like not having the draft does give more like, okay, like these are the places I want to go. And then you have a little more like to say yes or no. So I think I liked not having the draft.
Yeah, I mean, you can get drafted to a team that either maybe just doesn't need you, and then
Hmm.
you're trying out, and then you don't make
Yeah.
the team, and then you're behind everybody else. So you got to
Yeah.
it's a
Hmm.
autonomy is the best thing possible. And obviously, you're on a second CBA already, which is pretty wild how quickly that changed in the league. And so now that you were free to choose who you wanted to play for, what brought Gotham to your attention, and why did you choose there?
I think definitely their style of play. I think I like to like move the ball around. I'm like technical, so I think watching them, that was a team that I looked for. And then obviously like I know we're based in New Jersey, but we're super close to New York, and then I was in LA, so I just love like city vibes. So I was like,
Yeah,
that would be really fun to live there too. So those two things.
yeah. And your teammates go in there, your other UCL teammates, does that give you a little bit of incentive as well?
I think so too. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Lily was like, "Oh, I think I'm going there," and then Ryan's like, "Yeah, I just signed," and I was like, "Okay, I'll have two friends there. That'll be nice."
Yeah, Gotham's not used to having we used to have like one rookie. Now we have a whole bunch of them, which is and they're
Yeah.
all super talented. I mean, if you look at a player like Lily, I mean, she was probably a top five pick in the draft. So for her to end up on a team that nearly won a championship is pretty awesome. So
Hmm.
to get lucky, otherwise she would have went to a team that was at the bottom of the table most likely. So there's that. So beyond, I guess, the pitch, adjusting from California to New York, so obviously it's a big thing. Uh, do you call it the shore? Do you call it the beach? What do you call it?
Like here,
Yeah.
or I think the shore. I call it
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah. What other transitions have been interesting to you?
Definitely the weather has been like a lot for me. I didn't know how good I had it in California. I just, especially when I got here and it was cold, like I
Hmm.
thought I'd be at school and it'd be like 60 and I'd have a puffer on and I'm like, it's freezing. And then I got here and I was like, oh my God, like it's freezing, guys. And so definitely the weather, like even now it's like raining. I'm like, it's the middle of August. Like, what's going on, guys? That was a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine like Harper probably was like in her element yesterday because she's from like Minnesota, right? So
Yeah, no.
she was probably used to that.
Literally, literally, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there like, let's see, is there a particular thing from California where you're like, okay, I would pay to have that shipped out here? And is there
Mm,
something in New York you're like, wow, this is new and fun, and like, I would love to take this back home with me to California?
I feel like from California, I mean, I can definitely control it here, but I just love like West Coast music. So like if I could just like walk somewhere and hear West Coast music all the time, like in the streets, I would
Yeah.
love that. And then from New York, the bagels here are so good. So
Right.
that's I can't. I'm like, yeah, I can't go back to LA and eat bagels there like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna be like, this is nasty.
Yeah. It's the water in New York. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they're just the best.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And so, have you been to any of the Liberty or Sirens games?
Yes, we went to both, I think. Or did we go to Sirens? I don't know if we went to Sirens. No, we went to Islanders. That's
Ah,
right. That's
okay.
the different. But we did
Yeah.
go to Liberty, and I had the absolute best time ever. I love the mascot. Her name's Ellie, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Ellie's a trip.
Yes, I no, I had so much fun at the game. I want to go back so bad.
Yeah. It's such a vibe. It's just like
Mhm.
one big party. It's
Yeah,
craziness
it
there.
is, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not used to like I went there for like the first time last year, and like I don't know how loud it is in there, and that it's always like as soon as we're on defense, it's defense, defense. It's like
Yeah.
so loud in that building. It's crazy, and it's
No,
just such
yeah.
an energy. And yeah,
Yes.
Ellie's off the hook.
Yeah.
We got to get Ellie to one of the Gotham
Oh
games.
my God, I would die. You would see me on like the side losing it.
Yeah. So we talked to Ryan Campbell, and she said that Lily was her traveling roommate. So who is your traveling roommate? Nature
Kaya.
Kaya Harper? Okay.
Yes.
What is that like? Are you guys I imagine that like Ryan and Lily are like an odd couple reality show kind of funny thing.
They're hilarious together.
Uh,
Like anytime you see them, you're like, there they go.
yeah. So what's it like with life with Kaya?
Kaya, me and Kaya are like chill.
Chill.
We say we get along so well because half of the time we hang out, we're not talking, and then I'll randomly just start talking at her for an hour and she'll just listen. So I think we like vibe together very well. We can read our cues, like, you know what, this is silent time. Put our headphones on.
So some quick questions about the rookie class. Okay. So this is going to be most likely to. So
Okay.
who's going to be most likely to forget something on game day? Whether it be like
Ryan. I was gonna say-
probably Kaya,
No, Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see Ryan doing that. So who would be most likely to bring up a completely random and unrelated topic?
Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
Sarah.
She's funny. I got to get her on the show.
She's so funny. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. All right. Who's most likely to have the best pregame pump up playlist?
Oh, me. I'm
That's you.
taking all that credit.
Yeah. Who is on your playlist?
Um, Pregame, I listen to a lot of rap,
Uh-huh.
so a bunch of like LA rappers, and then even if female, you can't forget female rappers like Flo Millie's Ultimate Hype Woman. She'll get
Hmm.
you going. So yeah,
Who is most likely to try a crazy new food or like recipe or something?
I think I think Ryan, she likes to cook a lot, and I think she'd be down to eat anything.
Most likely to be first one in, last one out of the training.
First one in, last one out. Ooh, that's a hard one.
Hmm.
I feel like it depends on the day. I was gonna say myself. I feel like I get there early because I'm scared to be late, and then I'll just like take forever to leave.
uh, yeah. Who is most likely to hilarious, unfiltered reaction to something happening like on the field?
Lily.
Lily.
Lily will
Uh,
laugh at anything.
and lastly, who is most likely to talk trash on the field?
Ooh, talk trash. I feel like Kaya would.
Yeah, that sounds like Kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so right now, Gotham is in a precarious position in eighth place, and the table's incredibly tight. Not expecting to be in this position. So, like, what is the mood or like the energy of this team thinking about the last push of the season?
Yeah, I think we just have to like obviously it's like a tight spot and we all know that, but I think just now like going at each game knowing we have to get 3 points and just staying super focused. I think we can't like try to control the uncontrollables because we're in this position. So yeah, I think just like staying focused. We're all working super hard. So I believe in us.
And what do you think this team needs to do to get up the table and just secure a playoff spot?
Yeah, I think we just have to keep I think our defense is doing super well. I think
Hmm.
we just have to keep pushing on our attack. Obviously, like we have a stair who can score so many goals, but I think we have like so many other forwards. So I think just like working on our final third and just like finishing all our opportunities.
Yeah. And I think like with a stare, I don't think there's anybody working harder than she is right now. And just I feel sometimes I feel bad for him like when Gotham doesn't score or is having trouble. She's trying to do so much.
Mhm.
And I feel like the issue may be also that players are coming in and out and players are injured. We have new players coming in. It's just that continuity is not quite there. So do you guys do a lot of like off the field team building stuff to build that relationship?
I feel like I don't know if we do a bunch like off of it, but I think like we do spend so much time in the facility together. So like we're
Hmm.
always just bonding there. So yeah, I think yeah, with all the changes it's hard, but yeah, I think we like whenever we can like on off the field, we're trying to build that chemistry so then in the games it can go smoothly.
With the veteran talent that you have on this team, is there a player that you're like focusing on, you're like, I want my game to be more like them, or I'm trying to learn more from that particular person, or is it just like I'm pulling some from everybody?
I think pulling some from everyone for me.
Mhm.
I mean, Rose has always been my idol, so, like,
Yeah.
getting to train with her, like, live, I'm like, I'm watching her, like, I'm gonna steal that. So I think definitely her because I try to play really similar to her.
That would be a good pick. I she probably you probably get caught, like, just watching her, like, freezing and just watching her play 'cause she's such an amazing player. She's got such
Mhm.
magic,
Yeah.
in her boots. And then, like, you personally, like, what do you feel like you can add to this team going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I feel like what like, coming off the bench, I can you can always rely on me to, like, bring high energy, like, offensively, defensively, and then, yeah, just on offense, like, helping us create forward, progress forward, and, hopefully, like, create opportunities for assists and goals, so I feel like that's what I can bring to our attack.
Yeah, and this is an interesting journey for you because you obviously right from college to Gotham, you win a championship pretty early. I know you've won a championship in college. Now you won a championship here. What was that like? Being able to like win that Concacaf Champions Cup. Now that opens so many doors for this team to play some of the best teams in the world. Like, what does that mean to you to do that?
Yeah, no, I think it's so amazing, like, qualifying for being able to qualify for the Club World Cup, like,
Mhm.
obviously, like, being able to play, like, an international team would be, like, so cool, so I think and just playing in games like that, it does like, everyone's watching because, like, it's at an international scale, so I think that was so exciting.
And obviously playing Monterey, in New York, and then now you're gonna go to overseas to play games there. Like, is that something that you always dreamed of doing?
Yeah, I definitely think so, like, obviously, like, as long as I'm playing soccer, I'm happy, but, yeah, getting to do it in, like, different places, playing, like, teams from different leagues, I think is just, like, all a part of the experience, and, like, I'm really happy to be doing it.
And, I mean, games are coming back to back to back. It's a lot. It's absolutely a lot. So what do you do to, like, recharge and, uh, refocus?
Sleep, definitely
Yeah.
sleep, and then, yeah, obviously, just, like, all the, like, things for our body, like, rolling out, all that stuff, and then, I really like to go on walks, and then just also so I'm not laying around in bed, so I, like, go on walks, call my mom, make a TikTok if I'm walking out and about.
One last question about, now that you're in New Jersey and New York, like, how would you say, like, scale 1 to 10, 1 being not very much and 10 being a lot, like, how do you feel yourself as a New Yorker now?
No, I feel like I adapt pretty well. I would give myself I'm gonna be humble and say a 6. Like, I feel like I
Sick.
figured out the subway, like,
Gotcha.
how to get around a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I've lived there, like, in Jersey my entire life, and I still get lost in New York 'cause it's
Okay,
too
okay.
complicated for me. I'm
It is.
directly challenged, but I'm glad to see that you're finding some spots there. Is there
Yeah.
any spots that you like in New York did you go to now that you think is, like, your spot?
Um, I find myself going to Brooklyn for random things, so I think I like there, and then, I'm trying to think. I
Catch any
feel like
Broadway shows, anything like that?
ooh, we saw Midge do her
Right.
Broadway thing, that was really fun. I feel
Yeah.
like I always go in to eat, like, me and Kai always find, like, different Asian spots, we went to, like, an Asian market. We kinda just, like, pull up and then decide what we're gonna do there, so we're never like, "We're gonna go here," we're just like, "We'll figure it out."
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Indeed. So this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. at Sports Illustrated Stadium, we have Utah Royals coming to town. Are you excited about this game? Do you want to take the momentum from the midweek match into the weekend? How you feeling about this game?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think, yeah, this win and, like, the way we played with so much grit will definitely bring that into this match, and, yeah, I'm super excited. I think we're, like, really hungry for the 3 points after the Houston game, so, yeah, I think it's gonna be a really fun one.
Yeah, that stadium is incredible. Just the way the
Mhm.
sound keeps down, and I imagine that match when you had 13,000 people there must have been intense.
Yeah, no, the fans are awesome. Yeah, they just like, whenever we go forward, they're cheering for us whenever we,
Hmm.
like, make a defensive action, so, yeah, definitely the environment there is, like, so fun to play with and, like, be on the fan side.
Absolutely. So we will see you all there Saturday night. Let's get going. Thank you for joining us, Sophia. And I'd love to have you back on. There's so much more we need to talk about, but we'll
Okay.
go from there.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.